end. That was actually like, a really good spot for it to be like it, like it was
timed that really well, didn't I? Didn't I time that? Well, good for me.
I feel confident, comfortable. Like that was, I think, like the first part of stuff that I was asking was like stuff that I felt like I could have maybe figured out. And I think the daunting thing was the like top level people. I think getting them to be like more involved. I think
invite them to do so, because if they're good, kind people, like the people that launchCode I feel like attracts, then they will be like, oh man, yeah, I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to help out. Okay. If they're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe how stupid these people are kind of person, then you can just leave them quiet. It's okay. But I don't think we have those people in our cohort. I know I don't. But I don't know your kids, but your kids. But you give them permission, because what's probably more true is that they know the answers, but they don't want to seem like the know-it-all, and they don't want to take over the conversation. And so then the other scenario that I wanted to go over is if you were the driver, if you, the TA, was the driver. So if you're the person who knows where we're going and what we're doing, how do you lead the larger group? So that first scenario was the blind leading the blind a little bit, right? The blind being leader of maybe someone in their group can see a little bit more, right? That's really what it was. So then the other scenario is for you to lead, but not just make it turn into a lecture, right? So here's what I get to do. Hi guys, welcome to the Corral, and I'm gonna share my screen because I think it'll be nice if we were together today. So I'm sharing my screen, and so here I am, and I'm gonna open up my IntelliJ here. Yep, there we go. And I'm gonna try to do this exercise that just happens to be up like right here, which I think is back a few jumps. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to navigate to this. I think I'm here. I'm just trying to find something easy and quick, guys. So it's just, where was it? Was it here? Obviously I would choose like an exercise or a studio, but I'm trying not to dig too much into stuff. But there was one part here that had like a directions for something.
Well, as a side note, there's an idea that came to mind when you were talking about this, about like so if I'm leading, I was thinking I could try and do like a thing where I lead and I don't look at the instructions at all. I basically force people to tell me what to do in that way. So
right,
that way it kind of like forces the situation.
Absolutely, because you're the one who's got the blindfold on and everyone else has to guide you there, right?
No.
Now, so yeah, so Norm, that's I've done that. So let's just do something simple because I don't want to waste our time. Because the session started at 3, but let's just say this is a supposed exercise, right? So like, okay, guys, so here I am, and I got the hello methods, and I want to. Where's the message part of this? Okay, so here I am, and let's pretend like this isn't here. Okay, and you want to get them to build this, right? All right, so what we're trying to do is create I'm losing my words, I'm sorry. A method that prints out, hello in different languages. Okay, and that's all described in this part of the chapter in the book. So I want everyone to have that up. Okay, and I'm the driver today. And I'm basically gonna be the one who's gonna ask I'm gonna be I'm the student, you guys are the teacher, you're leading me. So I'm gonna go into this right thing here, and I'm gonna begin. I want someone to begin, and I might even like set them up, right? To do something really easy. Like I might get rid of something that should be there and they should spot that, right? So Cole can pretend to be the guy who doesn't know as much, and Tobias can be the guy who knows way more and is over it, right? And we can show you how I might balance it in the real. Okay. So I am the TA in this scenario. Okay. So guys, what do I do? What's next? What's up? And let's just say the directions say, create an if statement that will say something in Spanish, right? So
you're going to do an if else tree that based on their input, you'll put in, different languages. So it'll start out with like, you know, an if statement, then inside it, just, you know, if they choose Spanish, then make it print out Spanish.
All right, that was awesome. Thanks, Tobias, for that feedback. Cole, can you tell me how to do what he said? Tell me exactly what to type.
Um,
Did you understand what he said?
Kinda.
Okay. Can you ask him to repeat it? Seems like to me Cole needs a more clear explanation. Maybe break it down, Tobias, what you had said. Because you had actually answered the question in many parts. What's the first thing we need to do?
So there needs to be an if statement.
Why?
So that way, whenever we read the user's kind of input that gets passed through 5, then we can, you know, check what it is and then print
Awesome.
out whatever we need.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Very good. So Cole, did you understand what he said? We need an if statement. So do you remember if statements from JavaScript?
Yes.
Okay, what do I do?
You'd type if and then parentheses. And inside it, you would check the language.
Okay, so I put language. Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need it to be lang, because that's what we're taking it in as under the argument in 5.
Where is that? How do I know that?
So when we're running get message has a parameter that's a string we've defined as lang, Lang. So that's the string that we're going to be checking.
And
to see
where
what
do
that
we
is.
see that? Where is that?
Line 5.
Line 5, right. So you see that, Cole? You see how line 5 says string lang?
Yeah, where is that coming from though? Where are we getting that?
So we've declared it like how we declared variables in a way. So think of it like you're declaring this as a variable. And then we've talked about it in the past because you are a loyal Corral attendee, that variables are just boxes where we hold information that you can access later, right? So in a way, this is sort of like a box that's holding the information.
Oh, okay. So that's just an argument.
Right, yeah.
And then, yeah, that'll go whenever we call get message, whatever we pass through there, that'll be what comes through.
Good.
Okay.
So instead of language, the whole word, we're going to use lang because that's where it came from, right here on line 5.
Okay.
Right? So then we, you know, just like the directions say, we need to see if language is the same as SP in order to print out the Spanish hello. So how would I check that?
Double equals
Double equals.
Spanish.
Okay, so just write Spanish like this.
In quotation.
Okay, quotations, right? Because it's a string that we're comparing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then there's that. Now, I see that there's a red squiggly. Does Tobias have a suggestion as to what we need to change to make this less angry at us?
I think you need a space on either side of the equals, maybe.
Space on either side?
Curly braces on 5 and then 16 or 7, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Look, you noticed. Did you see that, Cole?
Yeah.
Did you see that I don't have the brace and that's why it's angry at us because we need the block back in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and remember to indent so that we, you know, can get everything lined up and make it look pretty. Okay. Now, there still seems to be an issue here. I don't know what that is though.
I think it's more curly braces. We just
More-
forgot all our curly braces.
Okay. Do you agree?
Yes.
Cole? Yeah. Okay. So then we do curly braces. And I'm going to hit return there just because I know that the spacing is going to look nice that way. And there's this. I wonder what this is. Roll back to curly. No, I'm not going to do that. All right. In your reading, there was a way that JavaScript compares things, and it wasn't using the double equals necessarily. Do you guys remember reading about that?
Think it was dot equals.
Do you remember that, Cole?
Mm-mm.
Yeah? Where would we put that? Cole?
I guess at the end of Lang, if we were gonna.
Yeah, and then what is this called, by the way, when we do the dot and then equals? Do you remember what those are called?
Methods.
Methods, yeah. So this is a method in itself, right? Dot equals, and there's a problem here. So what's the matter? What's missing here? Can you spot it?
Parentheses.
Yeah, we need to put this into parentheses because it is a method. So that means that we need to pass in something, right?
Yeah.
So then we're passing that in, and I'm going to correct my spacing here. And that seems to be good. Everybody's happy. The program's not mad at us anymore. What's the next step, Cole?
Console.log.
I think it's system. Whenever we're like system out for Java.
Do you remember that, Cole?
That must have been in that reading that I missed.
Yeah, that's okay. It's in your reading and it's in before, so make sure you check that out. But console.log in this world is system out.
Okay.
And
And
then
then print, I think.
out and then print.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
with I think a dot after out.
Okay, so it's system dot out dot print.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right, so just so remember, Cole, this console.log is JavaScript. This is Java. This is the Java version of that.
All right.
And so,
Oh, system has to be capitalized because it's red.
how did you know that? Why? Because it's red. Is that what?
When it's red, something's wrong with it. And then I was thinking back, what would be wrong with it? You know, like when I'm looking at system, I was thinking about like what I remember seeing as opposed to what's there.
Right, and it was also in the reading, right? Also in the
Yeah.
reading, and we could have also researched it as well. So every time it's red, there seems to be a problem. Well, I see print is red, so what's up with that?
Parentheses.
And Cole, what should be in there? What do we want it to print out? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. What do we want it to print out? If language is equal to Spanish, what do we want it to print out?
True.
So look back at the directions that we're trying to do. We're trying to match Spanish so that the output is hello in Spanish. Do you know hello
Oh,
in Spanish?
okay.
Right? Yeah.
Hola.
Hola. Yeah. There we go. It's red, Cole. So tell me what's up.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks.
Yes,
Excellent. You
great.
got that. Yeah, that's excellent. Good work. Hola. Oops. Oh. All right. Here we go. And then what's always at the end of phrases here in Java?
Semicolon.
Semicolon. Yeah, you got this. Awesome. So Cole, and Tobias, don't we have the framework for what we need for any scenario, for any language? Right?
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah.
have an other option like English, what am I using down here?
I can do else if.
Right, else if.
Then
And this goes back to JavaScript, right? This goes back to a world we know, or at least structure that we understand.
Mhm.
Right?
As a side note, it is 3. I don't want to
Yes,
keep
yeah. So I was about to stop. Okay, so that was really cool. That was really neat. I liked that I was able to show a lot of really neat things. So Tobias, you played the guy who knew everything, right?
Mhm.
And you played the version of that person that talks too much,
And
right?
I was super frustrated with Cole. Yes.
Were you frustrated?
It hurt
I
my
didn't think
soul
that you
when he
were
paused.
frustrated.
It was just like,
That was pretending not to know anything.
Yeah.
No, 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 no,
It
but
hurt.
that's
It hurt.
okay, right? So then as the TA, like, I sensed your impatience. I didn't know it was always a frustration, but I sensed your impatience. But the thing is that it's your job then, like, I considered it my job to keep it light, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, good job, like, that's awesome. And then I sportscast the whole time, right? So then I was just like, and now I'm going to hit this and create some space because that looks nice. And I'm typing like an idiot. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Da, 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 da. And
Yep.
it's a little bit of being an entertainer, but it's like we're keeping it light. We're keeping it real. Yeah, we're here to learn together. And then when I figured out that you were the know-it-all who talked too much and gave the answers too quickly, I slowed you down as best I could, right? I asked you to re-explain again, but this time to the rest of us dumb people. I interrupted you even. I was just like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. Great job. Good, 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 good. So let's do this. And I slowed the conversation down because if we really have such a diversity in knowledge, you are a rocket in the sky and you are a pebble on the ground. It does no good for us to cater to the rocket, but or to the pebble. We have to kind of get you guys to meet somewhere in the middle. But if there is a pebble on the ground, then going closer to the ground is more advantageous to the group, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're working on right now, right?
And like, the more people that you bring up, then like the smoother everything else goes, because then you don't have to keep doing that every time.
Now, if you were in my cohort, I'd sit there and remember, Tobias is a know-it-all who talks a lot, and that's okay because next time he is going to get his own group, and I'm going to coach you. I'm going to be like, next time, I'm going to be like, okay, we're going to break up into breakout groups. And I'm going to have so-and-so and so-and-so and Tobias be the leaders. So I'm going to go ahead and throw all you dumb people, I'm using that lovingly, into the breakout rooms. And I'm going to hold the rest of you who are the leaders back. And then I'm going to tell you guys as leaders. So you guys are the leaders in this group. I know you guys know what's going on, and I want you to be in a position to help those. So I want you to lead this exercise, but I don't want you to answer every question. Think about asking questions and think about waiting for an answer. Get the people that you're going to work with to come with you. Okay? And then you guys will be like, awesome. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll try. And even the ones who aren't teachers, who are reluctant, who don't want to, like, I don't know what to say. They're just like, well, go make it your own. Then you give them the baton. And it's a lot less exhausting for you, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a know-it-all who doesn't want to be a know-it-all, who doesn't talk at all, then I would say, I encourage you to get them to ask questions and to answer, right?
Yeah.
But if he's a know-it-all who can't answer questions, then they're not know-it-alls, right? Then they're people who also need to learn.
Yeah.
But then a person like that should get a lot from an interaction like this. While below their work, below their level, they're learning the words, right? So they learn the word like block and, if else statements, trees, they're learning to articulate what they know in their heads, and that makes them stronger, right? So you get to decide, like we get to decide as TAs where these people fall and how they best interact with each other. That's what I do. But yeah, you're always going to get a group of people who just like have the image on, their camera's never on, and they don't say a thing. And frankly, as long as you just get 2 people to play along with you, that's all you need as a TA. You can't force people to talk. And the ones who don't talk get the least out of it. So
yeah, that's on them.
Yeah, that's your choice. That's not my job. My job's not to make you get some out of it. If you don't want to talk, you don't talk. It's fine. Sign in, sign out, and be done. I get it. You're not playing. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I would lead. I played the extremely dumb person and ask all the questions. Or I'd let the actual like real life, and I again say this lovingly dumb person, ask their questions. And inevitably in a larger group, somebody's gonna be like, yeah, I don't understand that either. And then they'll ask like maybe another layer, like someone will ask a stupid question and then another person will ask, another stupid question, but that directly dovetails to the one you're answering. I'm really glad you asked that. Right. So, so yeah, I mean, I like to lead my groups by letting them lead me. Not all the time, but that's the way we do it. Like Logan and I, he does more like being able to live code and show, whereas I have to. I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to let them lead me because I don't know everything. I'm not their Yoda. I can't be that person for them. So
No.
all I can do is that, like, what questions do you have? And if I don't know, then let's group think and figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to start the corral, I'd actually really like to sit in on it. I might try
Okay.
and do my own thing of like catching up on like grading or something like that. But
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody is there, but I'll stop.
okay.
Did I even record that?
Yeah, you recorded it.
Yeah.
Top left.
Am I recording right now?
Yes.
Okay.
It looked like it was converting some of the video from a previous recording, but it also is still recording as well.
Is
There's
it?
a thing
Okay,
in the
I'm gonna
top
stop
left.
share. Oh, it is recording. I see it. Okay, I couldn't see it when I was sharing. That's why. All right, guys. So that was it. I hope it was helpful. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
No,
hopefully,
there's seriously some parts that like I've been nervous as hell about, and like I tried it last class, and it felt like pulling teeth. I feel like
Yeah.
some of the things you were talking about is going to make it like way easier.
Yeah, but it will be until they get used to it. I mean, there's
Yeah.
just no way around it. You have to set up the parameters for understanding. And if you want to speed it up, do what I did and pick out 2 people. And really pick your person that's the most behind, the most confused, and force them to talk. And you can either choose a know-it-all to be the driver, or you can be the driver so you can better control the situation, so that the person who doesn't know what's going on has as much opportunity as possible to answer the questions. Because if you pick the lowest person on the chain to lead the conversation, then everyone else will know the answer to some degree, which will empower them to speak, right? Or you can just flat out call them out,
Yeah,
right? Just like,
I like that.
yeah, I mean, that's what I think.
Okay.
I think I'm going to sign out and I'm going to stop.